it's easy for people to see people where they are, but it's almost impossible unless you've been with them to know where they come from. What was your entry point in the business, as well as what was like growing up for you?
Well, growing up, I grew up, I wasn't in like poverty, but, I'm first generation from the Caribbean, Jamaican parents. That's my heritage, right? And
Can I ask you a question? I don't mean to interrupt, but you just said something. I was talking to somebody yesterday from the Caribbean. So there's a different thing. Like there's the Caribbean and there's the Caribbean.
Yeah. I just learned that the other day too. I don't know. We're from Jamaica, so that's what my people from.
Yeah, there you go.
So I came up, my parents had me at a young age, and I grew up in and around the inner cities here in New Jersey, and it wasn't, being in New Jersey, what people don't really understand is we're the little brother, little sister to New York City. So as much as you think we are in such close proximity to the opportunities, and the opportunities to get to success is really difficult. I still know people, and I'm in my 40s, I still know folks that still haven't been to Manhattan as an adult yet. So, just trying to understand what you can do and how to get out. Most hoods, most local, underserved communities, it's only entertainment or sports get you out. And I was really, when I started coming up and being in high school, that was really what my vision was. How can
You
I
play sports though, right?
Yeah, play football.
What you play, man?
A little defensive back, a little light work.
Yo, come on now. Which position?
Corner. I'm in corner, punt return, and special teams.
Yeah.
I'm 5'7", so there's not a lot of space for me.
So you fast.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
What you want to get into that, which is crazy. You're 1,000% correct on, for a lot of us growing up, and we have a generation gap between us, but it seems as though it's still consistent, right? Like we only see our success either coming through the arts or sports, right? And we work really hard at that when we're young. Like sports is definitely good for collaborations, collaborative efforts, which you learn as you go into companies that collaborations are really important.
Yeah.
But I think this new generation, it's don't have the same passion, right? Which is going to change the outcome for sports, right? But they do have for the arts, but not business.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of crazy on how the things that are so small become so big in life, right? Like learning how to work with others, learning how to play with others, learning how to figure out problems, right? Which I think is just paramount as we go through life. So you attended King?
Yeah, I went there. Hurt myself. So, well, let me back up 2 steps. The aspirations of going to be a student athlete was the way that I thought I was going to get out of where I came from and give me an opportunity where I can kind of, quote unquote, like defy the odds, like be able to get myself and my family into a position of being successful where we can have a greater opportunity of earning and also figuring out like how to like do your contribution in a way that you can like, where you could be, what's the word I'm looking for? Be recognized for it. So yeah, I went there. And I went there for a few years on and off trying to get a college degree because, my parents never went to college. They don't have high school diplomas. So that my mom's big vision for me, her biggest dream was, I just need you to go to college and get a degree. So that whole mission was really more about pleasing them as opposed to doing what I felt worked well for me.
Siblings?
Yeah, I have a little sister.
It's interesting that you say that in regards to the whole family plight. Same thing happened with me. Like I had no aspirations of going to college. It was the next step, right? And we've done a lot of that for our parents. And, it's interesting that now we're in a gig economy, right? Where college isn't the big talk, but nor is it truly, there's a value of, is it necessary, is it not, depending on your course on how you see your life, right? Secondary education is important, right? If you're going into sciences, engineering, things of that nature. But if you're in a creative capacity, right, you have to weigh the debt exposure versus the return. And I don't know if right now the same thrive and passion are for with the younger generations for doing it for their parents. Like, people definitely have their own set of ideas on how they see their life.